Stand by. 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Good evening, everyone. As you may or may not know, I am a amateur writer. The last 8 years, I've had one book in the making. I've also had one book available on Amazon, but now is the time to get down excuse me, to what I'm about to reveal. So, what it is, today I signed a final proof certificate confirming I hereby certify that I examine the publisher's final ready proofreads, inner pages and cover provided to me and found them to be satisfactory and appropriate for publication. I am aware that I cannot make any changes to the text after having signed off this proof certificate, and that this text is the final version to be sent to the printers. I am happy with this final text and cover designs to be printed. I also can confirm I have seen and agreed with the following. Pen name, A.W. Kerrison. Book title, Gazuliman's N.I. History of a Legend. Book size is Royal 156 millimeters by 234 millimeters. Now, the price, £10.99 for paperback and £3.50 for ebook. Parent category, fiction. Website category, fantasy. So, I've signed it and everything. It's now done. So, that's it. Now, before I reveal the final cover, at the moment it's a blank page, but on the other side is the final cover that's going to be available online in bookshops, on ebook as well, and hopefully one day hardback and audio. Now, after 8 years in the making and a few false misstarts with this book, Gazuliman's N1 History of a Legend, it's thanks to Colin, Jim the Viking, PJ, and everybody else who have supported me throughout the years to give me that push and everything. And it's also a big thanks to Collins for re-editing it. But I'd like to also thank Derek, who was the first editor of the book. Wherever you are today, Derek. So, before I reveal it, here is the images to bring online. It's the same, there's nothing to actually properly share it. So, on the right, is the first attempt cover. It looks good, but it screams violence. On the left is the second attempt cover. Now they got it absolutely close enough. Absolutely close enough. But now I can reveal to you the final cover. Next year, in January 30th is the main release date. This will hopefully be hitting Waterstones and any other bookshops that are willing to take it on from the distributors. So, I now present to you Gazuliman's N1 History of a Legend final cover. And I like it. So, I'm going to bring up the proper picture that was sent to me by email from Austin McCauley. Now, they're who I'm dealing with for this. It's also a big thanks to them because the previous publishers, yeah, it was a big letdown. They did, but with Austin McCauley, I'm hoping that it will do well for me as it will do well for them. So there it is. Wish I had someone here with me to talk about this cover. But what you can see from this is that the earth looks like it's painted. The figures are correctly what they are, silhouettes. And the eye really stands out. But the one thing I do like, which is actually part of the story, of how a Gazuliman goes from a human-like form, well, they look human and everything, to and activate the Gazulican abilities, which represent a cat's eye. But in the middle of the cat eye is a silver pupil, and that really, really stands out. So I'm going to just move the logo to the other side for a minute. There we go. So now you all can see it. I'm hoping this is going to do well because it's been 8 years in the making. It's been dry. The first book has been driving me absolutely crazy just to get it right. But now it's properly finalised and everything, and there's no going back now. There's no need to be any changes anymore. That's it. It's locked. And with this being the first in the series, to those who will go out and buy it, I hope you enjoy it as I've been writing it through the years. And now it's just waiting for the day of the publication, which is still hopefully the 30th of January next year. Because I wouldn't mind going into Waterstones and picking up a copy myself. Hey Tadaku. How are you, mate? If you want to join me quickly, I will throw the invite into the chat if you want to talk about this quickly. So, anyone wishes to join, there's the StreamYard link. So, where was I? Right, so yeah. I'm hoping to go into Waterstones and grab a copy myself, but not saying a word that I am the author, like keeping it, you know. I'm not going. I'm not also not going to go into Waterstones and just go to everybody standing around, looking at books and go, "We want to buy my book. We want to buy my book." No, no. I want to be surprised if someone just picked it up off the shelf and found it interesting and just decided to buy it. It has taken a lot of work, and I still can't thank Colin enough for getting where it is today. And at the moment, me and Colin are still writing book 2. We had a few arguments, but I think that is what you call a typical writers, not writers' room, but you have to have clash sometimes just to get things properly across. But overall, N1 is now locked. N2 will be finished at some point when we sorted it out and everything. Thanks to Darko. This mouse is useless most of the time. See you soon. Another thing is, I just want to bring up. This is a 5-book series. It's what you call, you just read the first book, you're going into a story, but it ends not on like a cliffhanger, but you have to wait for the second book to do the continuation. And we have Sadako here. Hey,
Hello.
matey. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clearly.
Oh.
Coming 555.
Ah, excellent. That's a Buffy line, isn't it? 5 by 5.
Yeah.
So it's published then. It's out to buy. It's finished.
Not yet. We're releasing it on the 30th of January next year, hopefully.
Okay.
It's still got a long way to go. It's got to go through the marketing department.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it's when they distribute it, it's got to go to Waterstones or other bookshops, depending on who wants the copies to sell in their shops. But it will be really available online through Austin Macaulay's website, through Amazon, and also it's be available in an ebook.
Okay. You might not like the idea, but have you thought about doing a local bookshop book launch, maybe?
I'm not too sure yet. I'm not too sure.
It's just that
what it is that this is.
Right.
Carry on.
Yeah. Oh no, I was just going to say I used to be part of a writers group, readers and writers group, and it was at this bookshop, and they did have quite a lot of book authors that kind of give book launches, and it just became I quite enjoyed going to the book launches, and speaking to the author. They give this talk about what the book's about, and and sometimes that kind of coincided with the fact that our book group was going to decide, you know what, they've sold me on it, let's make that our next book that we read and discuss next time we meet up.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm thinking, a good start would be, if there's a particular bookstore that likes to promote local authors,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is with my area, it's difficult. It's like there's not a lot of bookshops and that, unless it's Waterstones or ever other franchise bookshops. You know, it, it's just the thing is that I'm still quite an unknown at the moment.
All right.
And I'd rather be an unknown for the time being.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Until this gains traction and momentum, then I'll be happy. But
Alright.
we're keeping book 2 way back. After book 2's finished, we're going to keep it held back until this has developed more. So let's just say I want a demand for book 2 to be released, but it's there ready.
Mm-hmm. Well,
But at the moment, you know, this has been a long time coming. A few false misstarts, and now with an established publisher, it feels kind of, you know, I've come to the end of my journey, but it isn't the end yet.
yeah.
But overall, I sort of just went, what do you think of the cover?
It's. I suppose I could. It seems a bit. The colours seem a bit muted on it. I think, like, I think it could be a bit kind of, the colours could be maybe a bit, I don't know, made more vibrant in a way that would stand out on a bookshelf. You know what I mean? I guess.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. Is it's.
I like it. Yeah, but I like it as it is now.
Fair enough.
It's what I've been looking for, and I'm hoping that eye is going to attract people to pick the copy up.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't do anything now because it's locked.
Fair enough. Just a minute.
Yeah. I'll reveal after the live stream why I can't make changes. But overall, it's not about the colours, but does the eye really stand out?
I don't know. Maybe. But it's I mean, I get the impression it's a the eye is kind of hinting that this is a psychic race of some kind, or there's a or that it's kind of got a certain, what's the word, objectivity, kind of a omnipotence over the world, like it's almost watching over the world. I reckon.
Well, that's the whole thing about the story, because if you read the text on the back, that's what it says.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But now, I can't go back. That's locked. Now I've just got to concentrate on book 2.
Okay.
But we see if it'll gain momentum or anything like that. To all the people will be watching the catch up. It would be great if you buy a copy, tweet about it, give it an honest review, plus also, push it out. That would be great. But I like the way the planet is, because it kind of gives like a it's a paint. It's like a painting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the people standing there is what I really wanted.
Mm-hmm.
But, so hopefully now, we see what happens next year.
How did the idea for the book start? I mean, what was the? Did you have a kind of, because sometimes when authors talk about where the book started or sort of where a book started, they'll say maybe it was like, for instance, I know an author who said that he wrote a parallel, kind of a time travel parallel universe thing about the Nazis, and he said it was just that I was staying up late night watching a history documentary, and I just the thought occurred to me, what if, and that kind of thing, and that was the beginning of the genesis of the book, and that was the seed of the book from which the rest grew, kind of thing.
The idea for the story came about because I wrote poems for a friend. She turned around and said, "Why not write a full book?" And so I decided to write something, but I didn't know where to start. And then I started. I was not started, but I was like, take all the TV shows, books, genres, everything that you loved, and mix it up and turn it into a whole brand new narrative with these extraordinary characters, and create a world that people can really enjoy, which they create their own fan fiction from it, and also fall in love with the characters.
So would you?
Sorry.
So would you say it was kind of in a way maybe inspired by Doctor Who or other sci-fi shows? Maybe I know you're kind of a bit of a fan of Doctor Who and Space 1999. Did they play into the inspiration at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
But another thing is, with like us going about day by day, what happens if there are people watching us but we don't really notice them? But they're protecting us from mythical beings and everything else, that we don't really see. It's like what the 11th Doctor come out with about Prisoner Zero in the 11th Hour.
Yeah.
There's something always in the corner of your eye, but you fail to notice it. That's what it sort of is. It's also like, when I say mythical beings, I'm talking about all the legends through history, like fairies, goblins, and all that. What happens if they're still here today, but they go rogue or anything like that? And where there's like stories about people going missing and all this that, but the cases never get revealed or never resolved. That's what it is, and they can't. But the thing is, with the Gazuliman, they are protecting humanity from that. They're trying to keep it at a balance so humanity can go on with their day and advance and everything else.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, keeping the mythical beings at bay, saying don't disturb humanity.
Yeah. So a bit like what you just said reminded me of the first the pilot episode of Buffy, where Buffy saves the bronze from the rise of the master vampire, and next morning Cordelia's back at school, still gossiping about stuff, and everyone seems to have forgotten what happened. And it's like, well,
yeah,
my responsibility to save the Earth, and yet no one knows. No one knows how close we came to kind of fighting it.
Yeah. But with this story, there's more to it. Because with the Gazuliman, They go way, way, way back. N represents the group that you are reading about.
Mhm.
But there were Gazulans before, and there will be Gazulans after. But in the whole story, it will tell you how they continue.
So is N1 the main character, or are they a particular generation of Gazulans?
Particular generation.
All right, okay. Right.
It's what you call how can I be with these generation of Gazulans. Take Highlander.
Mm-hmm.
You
Totally
become
get it.
immortal, and then you got to survive until the Great Gathering, and then you've got to fight other immortals to claim the prize.
Yeah.
But with the Cthulhuman, I thought, no, immortality is boring. Why not give them a lifespan of 4,000 years?
Yeah.
Because they have to breed with a human to have an offspring that's going to be part of the next generation of Cthulhumans.
Mm-hmm.
It all gets revealed in the book anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But Sadaku, would you consider buying a copy?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I'd certainly like to give it a look. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not. I must say, I'm not a big reader these days. Well, I mean, I am, but I read a lot of. I've been reading a lot of political books at the moment, so I suppose I could probably do with reading something a bit more fiction. So something escapist.
Yeah.
You know.
The thing is about this story, it doesn't deal with politics or anything like that, but
Yeah. Fair.
it is escapism.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got right. The thing is, at the moment, it's only available in ebook, and it'll be available in ebook and paperback.
Mm-hmm.
I've really got to have a good number of copies sold, and then later on, the hardback and the audio will be like in production for releasement.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just starting off small with it at the moment and see how well it does.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah, I've got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's thank you again to Austin Macaulay for accepting this and getting it ready for publication.
Mm-hmm.
I can't thank him enough, and I think they truly believe in me and this story.
I mean, the book ends up being, as much as it's a solitary work, it's kind of a team effort, isn't it? You got the editors, you got the promoters, the agent. Have you got an agent?
No,
A writer's agent? Oh, usually they recommend that you should try and get a writer's agent. They can do a lot. They can open a lot of doors for you. I mean,
I've got a representative, but
Oh.
not an agent yet because, as I said, I'm still an unknown.
Mhm.
So the publishers deal with that side of things at the moment.
All right.
But we see how well it does, really. If it does take off, then that'd be a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
But at the moment, it's locked, it's ready, and it's just got to go through marketing, and then it'll be hitting bookshelves. But the thing is, I will be signing a few complimentary copies and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad I've got people who are, giving me that push and say, yes, they will give it a read. They will, either buy a copy or like try and promote it in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I first started on Amazon with this, before I removed it off Amazon, it wasn't easy because I didn't have the funds to pay for, you know, the whole marketing side of things. I didn't have a clue how to market things.
All right.
I'm just still what you call like a writer. I'm still looks into the marketing side, so I'd rather let someone else take care of that. So,
Where is Colin, by the way?
Colin's out and about somewhere in the internet.
Oh, okay. I mean,
He's a very busy man.
I mean, okay. I just thought he'd be here for the, since it was I believe he played a part in the editing or the
Yes,
brainstorming, was it?
he played a part in the editing because when I had my friend Derek edit it, it wasn't really up to scratch. But when Colin took over, he really dived and edited proper.
Right, okay.
And then when the publishers took hold of it, they gave it a look ski as well, and this is where it is now.
Uh-huh.
But I still keep Colin around because he is a great help. He is a real great help. I'm not what you call a writer that has the whole thing about grammar or anything. I'm just someone who tries and types of words and all that and get it to what I can read, and then Colin comes in and edits it so it's more readable.
I think that's most. I mean, most sorts of thing like that. They start with kind of raw text, and then or they take. They say like the trick of writing is you got to take 10 words, turn them into 50, turn them into 100, turn them into 1,000, until you got a full thing. And then, but yeah, an editor I think sometimes is needed to kind of cut out the worst, except cut out the what I mean is, like, for instance, Stephen King. I think there are some people who've read Stephen King's books and said, he was great there. This book wasn't so good. What happened? What was the common denominator? And sometimes they'll say he didn't have a good editor that day. His editor didn't didn't sharpen the text, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. The one thing is, I'm going to take the picture down now, everyone. So, God, this mouse is. I think I've got the wrong battery in the mouse. Okay, there we go. Right.
You should probably feed it some cheese.
Yeah, I've got some cheese slices. Right. Yeah, so it's just the thing is, I see it this way. Yes, I'm an amateur. I do my best, to get it out. It just feels like I'm illiterate when it comes to writing, but I'm what you call learning as well.
Mm-hmm.
And the more I learn, the more I become better, and the more I become better, the more I can understand how it all fits together. Another thing is that I don't write the book continuously. I have to come up with different dialogues of lines, set scenes, and all this and that, but they're not necessarily in the right order. It's like a jigsaw. Until that jigsaw is put together, and then it's sort of finished.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you put it in a photo frame, then it's fully finished.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, but anyhow.
By the way, I've just given you a follow on Twitter. By the way, I was following you on my previous account, then it got suspended, and now I'm on my. So I basically just recently started to kind of catch up with following other people I knew on Twitter. So I've just given you a follow now on Twitter.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Well, anyway, right. So I'm going to end the show there. I'm hoping everyone will be there to buy a copy once it's out to the public. Won't be doing book signings straight away.
But,
See, how well it does, I think. But it's now under a fully established publisher. So,
mhm.
but anyway, before we go, Sadaka, you got anything to plug?
Got possibly. I don't know. I mean, I have been doing like my latest video series on geopolitics in the Middle East. I might be doing something on American politics next. No, that's about it, really. I used to concentrate a lot more on Doctor Who kind of streams or videos, but I've drifted away from that lately. Which is, it's ironic because like that was the stuff that got me the most views, but now I've kind of drifted away from it. But yeah, I mean, if anyone want to go to my channel, I've got some content up on there.
Well, anyway, thank you for joining me, Sadako.
Thanks for having
Me
me.
and Colin will be back on the 3rd of November with Monday night with FFSI. Because that will be we are going to be ending Monday night with FFSI in December, and I will be concentrating on Let's Talk Geeky more because Let's Talk Geeky is now part of the FFSI brand.
All right.
So thank you for joining me, Sadako. Everyone, you take care. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And see you for the next stream. Take care, everyone.
Bye, everyone.